Hello, my darklings. Welcome back to the Shadow Hour. I'm your host, Madam Midnight. Tonight, I have a tale for you. It's called Creature of Ash Hollow. The winters here in Ash Hollow have always been rough. The cold winds blow forcefully over the mountains, covering the forests in icy blankets of snow. No one around for miles. Isolation plays tricks on the psyche. My husband Mark wandered into the forest one night and never returned. I have learned to adjust. Judging from the clouds forming, there's a bad storm brewing. I prepare myself right before dark. I bring in enough wood for the night. Late in the night, the screams start deep in the woods. I lock all the doors and windows, make sure my rifle is always loaded, and Luke, my dog, he knows it's not a natural thing. Some say it's a missing link lost in time. Folks in town claim they have seen it scavenging in the woods looking for wildlife to devour. I haven't seen it yet, but the tracks around my property suggest it's something inhuman. That night, I was startled awake by a noise outside my window. It was distinctly different than the storm that was raging outside. Luke's bark was loud and alarming. He stands up to my window and growls fiercely. The creature lets out an angry roar. I shake in my bed and fumble for my gun. I make my way through the bedroom door, taking much care not to make any noise. I hear the crash of breaking glass. As I turn to see, Luke leaps through the broken window and into the freezing rain in fast pursuit of the intruder. I ran out into the dark, cold night. My lantern doesn't shine very far. The brightness of the moon illuminates the field at the edge of the forest. I see Luke vanish into the trees. A loud, "Yep!" pitiful whining, and a terrible deep growl afterwards, and then silence. "Luke! Luke! Come here, boy!" I called to him until my voice was weak. I hurried back into the house, exhausted and in tears. When the morning finally came, I ventured out slowly. I had to see what happened to Luke. I struggled through the almost knee-high snow to my back bedroom window. I could already see the red splats of snow as it trailed all the way towards the forest. Large footprints, at least 20 inches long, deep in the snow. Glass, blood, and fur splattered all about. Halfway across the field, I heard a buzzing of a snowmobile. "Hey, I just came to check on you," John yelled as he zoomed up. "Yeah, last night was strange," I told him. "Luke ran off last night. That creature came lurking," I continued. "It broke my window and I can't find Luke." "Get on, I'll help you look for him," John said. We went into the forest. Not far in, we saw Luke, all mangled and torn to shreds. I leapt off the snowmobile and scooped him up. I scooped up what was left of my best friend. He had died trying to protect me. We buried Luke under my favorite ash tree. That night, John and I went into town. We told the locals about what had happened. They formed a mob and made a plan to trap or kill whatever haunts Ash Hollow Forest. John dropped me off at my cabin. I watched as all the townsmen rushed with their guns blazing into the woods. They made so much noise that even the dead could hear them coming. I just went inside and locked the doors. Luckily, the boards I nailed up over my broken window were still holding. I loaded my gun, made some coffee, and waited. The warmth of the fireplace and the rocking of my chair made me drift off despite all the coffee I had drunk. I was awakened by someone beating at my door. "Let me in! Let me in!" It was John. I went to grab for the doorknob when all of a sudden I heard that terrifying growl. Then John screaming in pain. My heart pounded inside me. I swung open the door and started shooting. I heard a thug, and then something ran away. John lay on my porch with his guts scattered everywhere. His helpless corpse stared blankly into space. I watched as the creature stumbled through the snow, leaving drops of blood as he escaped. Knowing he was injured, I pursued him with an unbridled rage. It would end tonight. It's either me or him. The injury to the creature's leg made him fall on the icy wet snow. It slid hard against a tree. It let out a roar. I rushed to take advantage. I almost fell myself. I regained my balance and approached it with caution and hatred. I stuck the barrel of the gun against its forehead. Surprisingly, the creature didn't move. I watched as his body began to transform, the sun streaming through the trees, and there before me lay a naked, scared man. And he sobbed uncontrollably. "It's not my fault! It's not my fault!" he said over and over. To my shock, it was Mark, my husband, who had disappeared years ago. I helped him to my house. I wrapped up his wounds and gave him some clothes and hot soup. He explained how for years he had been watching over me from the forest. "There's more out there," he said. "You thought I had left, but I was afraid to come home like this," Mark explained. "I swear I didn't kill Luke. I was trying to save him from the one who came around your window." We agreed not to tell the town folks about Mark. The police came and taped off the forest, where most of the men lay dead in the early morning aftermath. They removed John's body from my porch. Months went by and things began to get back to normal. After the winter passed, we never saw any of the creatures. Mark said that they all moved up closer north on the mountain after that awful night. Every full moon, I lock Mark in the shed out back until the moon sleeps. Other than that, our life is now normal. The townspeople never speak of that night, not even amongst themselves. They seem to accept Mark's returning as a miracle that he found his way home. Ash Hollow Forest will always be forbidden. Just before sunset, sometimes, if you listen closely, as the wind blows around the mountain, you can hear the trees whisper terrible secrets of what they have seen. And that same horrible roar echoes down the mountains late in the night and sends shivers down to all who hear it. So tell me, my darklings, do you believe in werewolves or any other cryptids? Who's to say what's out there? I hope you've enjoyed this story. And remember, if you hear a growl or a roar late at night, don't go out investigating. Just stay tucked under your covers and pray that it doesn't find you. Have a good night.